Hey guys, Albe here for another episode about our Aprilia Tuono 1100 V4. In this episode I'm going to install the Piaggio media platform. I got myself the Piaggio media platform itself, also known as PMP 2.0, and I also got myself the installation kit for it. Now the installation kit, it's pretty much 2 zip ties and 2 screws. If you got time and you don't want to waste the $10 or $15 that this cost, you can just wing it with 2 zip ties and a couple of screws. Pick up the right screws, but that's about it. When it comes to installation instruction, there is not very much out there. The installation instruction that come with the installation kit, it's pretty much pitiful. It's a bunch of warning informations, not to do this, not to do that, and on page number 3 there is a picture of an RSV4. There is a zoom in portion which is completely discolored, as if it was a copy of a copy of a copy, so you can't quite see what's going on. And there is another picture here that is so discolored that you really can't tell what it is. You got some torque specs, but the torque specs are so minimal, like 0.2 newton meters, that it's pretty much tie with a screwdriver. Now, in theory, the media platform goes here somewhere, so in this area. So I know I'm gonna have to take off the seat and this side, not sure about the tank, and still in theory is a plug and play, and then you just need to sync your phone with it. But let's get on it. I'm assuming that everybody that owns a Tuono knows how to remove the seats, so we're gonna skip that step. Now, when it comes to the installation, the only thing for sure that I know is that it's supposed to be on the left side of the bike. So the seat is being removed. We're now going to remove this plastic over here, I hope, and see what's underneath. I can kind of peek in there and I can see a connector. So the left side, it's actually the right side. So let's take it apart. We're gonna start with a 4mm Allen key, and there are 3 screws that we're gonna remove. 1, 1, and 1. So far, as always, first time I'm doing it, let's see how it goes. At this point I'm gonna try to pry it off nice and easy. It looks like you guys actually have to push it down and out because of those lips over here. And amazingly enough, it's also held in place by a piece of Velcro. So remember to remove this from the right hand side. Okay, underneath we have the plug that I saw earlier. I thought for a moment that it was going to go here, but it actually goes down here. Those are the 2 tabs that the platform is going to get attached to, like that. And this is the plug that we're gonna use. So first thing, it's to remove the fake plug over here, like that. Put this aside, don't throw it out just yet. As always, whatever you remove from the bike, keep it aside. So it turns out that to install this properly, you are supposed to remove the gas tank and screw the unit itself from the inside out. Now there are two things you can actually do to avoid doing that. One is use zip ties and zip tie this in place, or you can actually stuck the media unit in here in this space and just connect it that way. But since we're here to do things properly, not just rig them together, let's remove the gas tank. Removing the gas tank, it's not that hard, but it is a pain. So there is the screw up front over here, then there are those two screws, and then a few more things that we're gonna do together. So let's begin with the big screw up front. It's a 5mm, and we just gotta remove it. Then we're gonna take care of those two over here. At this point, the tank, it's undone, but what we need to do before is disconnect the fuel pump. Here we go. And also we need to disconnect the inertia platform over there. Once those two have been disconnected, if you guys see down here, there are drain lines. We can actually disconnect the drain line. Since this drain line is being crimped in place and I don't want to uncrimp it, I'm going to try to work around and try to get in there with the tank partially lifted. So now the tank is out of the way enough for me to stick a small screwdriver in there and try to do the job. If you have a long screwdriver, best way is to go from the other side through here. So now we're just gonna put this plug through the big hole over here to meet the other plug in there. Here we go. Position this where it's supposed to be. And let's see if we can stick those screws in there. The only thing we're left to do is connect the plug. Like this. And tuck it in there. It's in. Let's put everything back together. We're gonna remove the sponge up front and drop the fuel tank back where it belongs. Make sure that nothing is pinched, and most of all, remember to plug the drain line back on. Okay, time to plug it back in the fuel pump over here and back in place, and the inertia sensor over here back in. Once those two are plugged back in, time to put those two screws back in place. One over here, one over here. Here we go. And at this point, let's move on that way. Front screw back in place. That's a 5mm, so 5mm. Like we did when we took it apart, we're gonna repeat the steps on putting this back together. Remember to match those with the holes over here, and the piece of Velcro with the Velcro on the gas tank. And now I'm gonna put those three screws back in their place. I'm gonna do the one on the other side and I'll be back. Once both sides are in, time to put the seat back in place and screw it back in. Last but not least, the passenger seat. 1 and 2. That's it. Last thing left to do is see if it works. So when you guys push the button down there on the handlebars, the pairing button, the message appears, and that message says pairing enabled. Something says BT router down there. Connecting BT router. Okay, enter pin. Apparently the default code is 000. I'm gonna allow to everything. On the phone we have Bruce Springsteen. Down there we have Bruce Springsteen. Well, it seems like it's working. If you guys see down here, there is the V4 lighted up, and also there is the little phone that says it's connected. So for the basic, now I can use the joystick up here to do my things. Another installation is complete. If you guys do not install the media platform on your Tuono, especially if you have a 1718, you are leaving a lot of awesomeness on the table. The media platform is only around $200, and as you guys have seen, the installation, even done properly with lifting the tank and everything, does not take that long. As I said before, there are other ways to do it, but I'm here not to rig stuff together. I'm here to do things properly. So as you guys have seen, when I try to use the media platform, I obviously know nothing on how to use it. Therefore, I'm gonna read that 300-page booklet and I'll get back at you with a video on how to use the media platform. In the meantime, if you guys want to support the channel, go get yourself one of those fantastic Albe ADV shirts. There is one specific for the Tuono. If you like the video, like. If you love the video and you want to see more mods done to the Tuono, stay tuned because I have an array of accessories coming. And subscribe, and possibly, considering that YouTube hasn't been very reliable lately, push the bell icon so you know exactly when one of my videos comes out. Till then, ride on, and I'll see you next time.